Nick, what can you take from a game like this?
Well, listen, that team played pretty good out in Salt Lake the other night. You know, they was just happy that we got out and got after them defensively. Again, we're trying to build those things, ball pressure and deflections and create turnovers and we work on some pace this year, a lot more than we have in the past, at throw aheads and getting the ball up the floor. Did some of that pretty good, and then just get everybody out there and going. But, you know, talked about before the game, there's a lot of stuff we saw that in training camp that you're never quite sure what you're looking at when you're playing against yourself, and then you go out there and a lot of it got confirmed tonight, which is good. A lot of good start for building, you know, the foundation of things.
What did you see out of Jared in terms of the way, you know, he just played within the offense, some of the shot making that we saw, especially in the second quarter?
Yeah, he can get him up, man. You know, he's comes off screens hard. He's a guy that can find himself space to get open. Got a pretty decent drive game on top of it. You know, I think he, you know, best thing is I think he plays hard, super engaged at both ends, but he provides the 3-point threat, right? Quick release, all that stuff. So it's really important.
You mentioned pace, and one of the themes of this game was making head-to-head passes. Is that something that you've emphasized early on, is making that head-to-head pass to get the ball off the court?
Yeah, we've really worked on it a lot this year, and probably a lot more opportunities there. Probably see some guys up the floor after you're watching the game a while, and after we're doing it a little bit, you can see the ones we're missing and stuff. But I think we got some guys in the open floor that can attack. You know, our wings are attack guys, so we just want to give them that quick opportunity to at least hit the paint. Not saying they got to shoot, but if they can advance it, corner attack it, get into the paint, something good should happen from there.
Yeah,
We've seen Andre, you know, put up a couple like 3-pointers after practice and everything. Shot 2 today. I mean, obviously, maybe you don't really want him taking a bunch of threes, but is that maybe a shot you maybe want to maybe encourage him?
You can shoot them. You can shoot them. So yeah, we're working on them for sure. And I think there's moments where you can find some space for him. You're playing against a rim protector, but I think you can shoot him. He's from what I've known for a while, he's a lot more skilled than maybe he's ever shown. Right, just kind of rebounds and hands the ball off all the time. But he's got some ball skill. He's got some passing skill. He's got some shooting skill that we'll keep working on.
Jared Buselli was the backup center tonight too. Sorry.
Yep.
Just I guess, what did he show you in tonight that maybe you've seen so far in camp, and are you comfortable with him at that spot if it's a game that turns out?
I mean, he obviously, I thought he got himself to some really good places tonight. You know, when they switched, he took them right in there. He's pretty used to that. That's kind of the style they used him at with France and overseas. When they switch a smaller guy, he's pretty wide to get around as well. So he go down there and post and score. Let's get carried away. There'll probably be some bigger bodies coming up. You know, see how I think. But I made a couple of good moves, face up, got into front of the rim shot. Again, that's, you know, hitting the glass, rebounding. Can he take care of the defensive rebounding? Can he pick and pop once in a while? You know, those kind of things. But he did all of those tonight, so it's good first outing for him.
After Jared picked up those first couple quick fouls, it seemed like he settled in. You gave him time, though, to settle in. What was your initiative with him tonight, and how did he measure up?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, I think you're gonna get some mistakes out there. You know, he came in and fouled, didn't get one of the defensive schemes right. Like he made about 3 mistakes right. That's about as fast as you can make them when he checked in. But first time on an NBA floor, you know, you don't really have to worry about foul problems in a game like this. And he was going to play a lot tonight, regardless. And you're right, he did settle in, gets a bucket, gets going. You know, he competes and that's what I like about him. He's pretty tough. But he had a pretty good start after that. Pretty good game after a shaky start, I should say.
Nick, I know
Andre being here might change this a little bit, but with all the wings you guys have, do you feel more empowered this year to play small ball with obviously like the five more often, just because you can switch so freely and, help out in that way?
Yeah, I think so, but yeah, we have the wings and we can do that. I mean, the biggest concern is always, can you take care of the defensive glass? But I do think Caleb's a kind of fly-in rebounder. You saw Kelly fly in and grab. We're really working with Kelly on that. Ricky got to up his defensive rebounding rate as well. That's probably the biggest concern, but I feel like, yeah, we can do a lot of stuff out there. We did a lot of stuff tonight that was, played some straight up. We did a lot of switching. We did late switching. We did early switching. We were doing a bunch of stuff tonight, and they made their share of mistakes on the backside of it, but for the most part, it was, pretty good. They were talking. This team seems a lot more communicative than I ever remember us being last year, which is good.
You made it tough
Last
for
one,
the
yeah.
Breakers tonight, obviously, but you mentioned the Jazz game. You've been exposed to Australian basketball
Yeah.
for quite a while now. What have you made of the growth of the NBL and some of the guys coming out of the league?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've had a pretty good share of guys that have come out of that league over my career. Even right when I first started out, I had a really good Australian player back in the early '90s named Cameron Dickinson. He played for Brisbane at one point, a couple other teams. Had Aaron Baines. Got a mentor of mine, Dr. Dave Atkins, who coached the Tassie Devils back in the day. So I've always had a pretty close pulse on the game back there. My team in Birmingham was owned by an Australian guy named Harry Wroblewski. His brother Mike owned the Sydney Kings. Love all the infrastructure. I think they got a lot of places to play. They got a lot of great coaching from youth all the way up. Physical players that play hard. I watch this team, watch their games and watch their game in Utah. I really like how they just keep executing. Even tonight, you could just see them just keep executing, cutting hard, running their stuff, popping the ball, trying to do the right thing. I think this team's very well coached and obviously good young prospect coming out of this team too. Probably be in the draft here soon. So I got a lot of respect for everything they're doing down there.